Oh God, could I get killed for saying this? No, I don't want to say this. I actually don't want to say this. Actually, no, screw it. Screw it. Like, what's he going to do? He's just going to deny it, right?
Welcome to That One Time with Adam Metwally, the podcast bridging the gap between health, hustle, and happiness. I'm with Campbell Walker, aka Struthless 69, artist, YouTuber, modern philosopher, author, and dad. And we're going to get to know him over the next 10 minutes ahead of the full episode later this week. Campbell, thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
What's your go or no-go test for a YouTube idea before you make it?
I like Jordan Peele's mantra of follow the fun. If it doesn't excite me, if it doesn't make me be like, oh, what else could I do? What else could I do? Then yeah, scrap it. It's not good enough. No go to. If I don't know, the churn in the stomach, and not in a good way. Not in the fear that attracts you that you should be walking towards. The fear that's like, oh, dude, you're better than that. You're better than that. Come on. That's fruit on the floor. That is not even low hanging fruit. Don't do that.
We could actually explore those two different fears later on in the podcast. So I like that. I'll jump into that later.
Chekhov's gun.
Yes, sir. Give us your title and thumbnail rule in one line.
Big red circles, mad red arrows, and that face. No. I think make somebody feel something. Make them feel the feeling that you are going to deliver a little bit more on. I know a lot of people get wrapped up in ask a question, set up the curiosity bait. I think just shift somebody emotionally.
Yes, sir. Let's play a game. Best, worst, and weirdest. Best creative system you've tried.
Constraints. Just don't let myself go out of the guidelines.
Worst advice you followed and what happened?
Any general creator tips, and I understand the irony of that, but anyone with sort of those growth hacking tips, I find those to just distract you from what is actually a message and what is actually meaningful. Anyone who's like, all right, so you got to put your hook in the first 30 seconds. And if you don't deliver on that hook, get out of here. Anytime that I try play those games, it's usually when I have like the most low faith in myself, which means I'm having faith in someone I've never met. Anytime I try to do that, it backfires. I'm like, wow, that was not me. Stop.
So be you.
Oh God, is that what that reduced to?
That's
be yourself. Be yourself. Chunky Monkey from Bluey, that song. Yeah, be yourself, everybody. Yeah, that's also bad advice. Be a slightly better version of yourself. Be the person that you want to be. Honestly, dress for the job you have, but like with your vibe.
Okay, I like that too. We'll dig into that in the full. There's going to be a lot of fun little points that we're going to dig into. So the last one on this game is weirdest interaction you've had with a fan of your videos.
Oh, this is a little while ago. There's probably been weirder ones, but this one stands out. I was at, Splendor in the Grass. The big music festival for any of you non-Aussies. And there was this guy who came up to me, and to put it mildly, he was chewing his face off. And he walks up to me and he goes, "You're the guy. You're the guy." And I was like, holy shit, this kid is so high. But here's the thing. I was like, I don't know. I was also kind of chewing for Australia at the time. So I was like, no, you're the guy. You're the guy. He's like, but you're the guy with the videos. I'm like, we both are. And then, I don't know, we kind of just stared at each other for like 5 minutes. And that was it.
I think you added to that crazy.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I helped. Yeah.
So
I mean, it was a weird interaction, not just a weird action.
Yeah. Which makes it so much better.
Oh, yeah.
I love just amplifying the strange things that I experience.
I wish I could say it was like a choice in that moment. Like as if I was some sort of like architect of that like social interaction. No, dude, I was like, yeah, I'm on your level, homie. Like, let's say you're the guy.
Oh, nice, man. And what constraints save you the most time?
Time, actually. Yeah. So setting myself hard deadlines. I'm really good with the sort of microwave go ding energy. When you got 2 minutes going down on the microwave and you got to wash like 4 plates and it's a challenge and you got to beat it, and you got that like excitement that you have when you used to play Tetris and you can feel something again. I have that, but for creative work. So obviously when you are doing work for yourself or any kind of freelance capacity where you've got like slightly chiller bosses, you are going to lose those guardrails. So if you are so inclined, if you are motivated by deadlines, putting those guardrails back in artificially and then just kind of scaring yourself a little bit, That's so good. If I'm like, I need to do this by Friday or something bad happens. Sometimes you can
determine what's bad.
Or sometimes you can. Like, I don't know. I guess find your most loyal but sadistic friend and send them something incriminating and say, if I don't do this by here, post this online. I find that works. I've got one of my oldest friends. Me and him will sometimes do that. Like he's for years he was self-conscious about his body, so like he'll take these like very unflattering photos, like, and he's just like, yeah, put this on the internet if I don't do this by like here. I'm like, cool, man, cool. I love that. Yeah. I think shame and embarrassment, if like, I mean, they're such powerful forces. Why not harness them?
What is your 60-second routine when you catch yourself scrolling?
You assume I have one.
You have all the answers.
Keep scrolling until my phone runs out of battery, then swear at nobody and realize that I'm alone. It's a few 60 seconds back to back. Honestly, it is create physical distance if I'm like scrolling too much on my phone. I
throw your phone at the wall.
Quite literally, honestly. And one time I did and it broke, and then I had no phone for like 3 months, and I was like, it's kind of worked out. That was weird, dude, having no smartphone in the modern world. But no, it is, basically create physical distance. Because if we hark back to that thing just before, like using your bad traits for the power that they have for good, it's almost as if my laziness that is keeping me on the phone finds itself head to head with my laziness that is keeping me in that one position. So if my phone's all the way over there, like on the other side of the living room, I'm like, oh, bad trait v bad trait. Who's going to win? You know? And laziness too wins. So,
really?
Physical distance. Yeah, man. Wow. Well, I say wins. What it actually does, it interrupts the other lazy, because then it's like, dude, it is pathetic if you go to the other side of the room right now and get your phone. So now we got a third monster in, right? This is the third bad trait, which is like, dude,
the shame one.
The shame. It's like, what are you doing with your life, bro? Are you just going to give your whole life to Zuck? Is that what you're going to do?
Well, you can choose between him and Elon Musk now.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true.
You have a choice.
Wow. Manufactured consent. Let's go, baby.
He gets it. I want to get an overrated and an underrated creativity tip from you.
Underrated would be, have you ever spilt coffee on paper and you've got like a big blot on that paper and it just looks like almost like a Rorschach test, and then it dries up and you're like, ew, this paper's discarded. Taking a fine liner and turning that into something, like basically playing Mr. Squiggle with accidents. And this could be like outside of the realm of drawing as well. If you're a musician, it's like, I don't know, finding whatever freaking audio is caught your eye that day, or like that you can find. Yes, if you've pissed the bed and recorded that sound, or you want to make
draw around.
Or you draw around, exactly. Yeah, or in chalk. Yeah, it's like a dead body, but it's like, a piss body. Exactly. So basically turning little accidents into something in everyday capacity. And the reason that I think that is really underrated is because for perfectionists, usually you're trying to just start with nothing, like a 0, and make it 100. But here you're starting with something that is already gross and broken. So it gets rid of a lot of that barrier where you're like, how can I not mess this up? It's already messed up from the get. You've already pissed the bed.
So may as well make art.
Okay, another underrated one would be collage. Gosh. Collage is just, collage is just so underrated, I think.
Why?
The idea of having to look for your images in physical media is so cool. And then seeing two things that shouldn't go together, I think it's so reflective of the world that we look at. We see so many things that ought not to fit in this modern era. And when you start doing that, you take these two things which are dormant and then you see it and you're like, oh man, well, isn't this a stark reflection? Also using your hands and getting off text. So I couldn't be more evangelistic about collage. Overrated? I don't know. What would you say?
Well, I'm not super creative. So.
Maybe that. Yeah. Maybe like stopping yourself before you get to the gates, booing yourself off stage before you've even rocked up.
But if you can have such a low bar, then it's only up, you know?
Yeah. So
what are the 3 most important things I would need to do to become more creative?
Lower the bar. Whatever you think creativity is, it's one step lower than that. Make it actionable. and in lowering the bar to make it actionable, don't question what that action is immediately. So like it's the difference between a piece of paper that's blank and a piece of paper that says draw an elephant wearing a hat. You know, one of them you're like, oh God, what do I do with this? The other one you just get started. And then the third would be add a constraint. So now we've got the difference between a piece of paper saying draw an elephant in a hat, and a piece of paper saying draw an elephant in a hat within 60 seconds, right? So we've got a lower bar, we have a clear instruction and actionable, and we have a constraint. Suddenly you've gone from staring at a blank piece of paper to within a minute, you have an elephant with a hat. Does that metaphor make sense?
Makes complete sense.
Okay, sick.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received, and how did you apply it to your life?
There's one, but I feel like I've told this story so many times, so I can tell it again, which was draw the same thing every day for a year, and that worked out really well for me. But I think a varied answer might be a bit more fun. The other best piece of advice, which wasn't told to me, but that I read, was from Stephen King. It's from On Writing, where he says, kill your darlings. Oh my God. Every time I am making something, I'll get attached to a part that I'm like, but this is great, but it completely interrupts the flow. But I'm like, but what a cool thing. Why wouldn't I stick that there? It's like, because only you find that interesting, Campbell. And it's just not the story that you're telling. And I have to kill it. And editing that ruthlessly has made my work just, in my opinion, so much better than it could have ever been had I been more attached to those moments. So being able to kill ideas that you love to serve the greater idea that you are creating right now.
That's a good one. I appreciate that one. Yes. Yeah, that's a good book too. Fuck, marry, kill, journaling, meditation, therapy.
Kill therapy, fuck it. And then fuck meditation, I'll kill it. And then, marry journaling. Accessibility is kind of like where I went there. It's like, okay, therapy, most expensive. We can, like if that goes, we still have two very accessible, very cheap options. Meditation, not necessarily accessible for people who've got like, I don't know, like say you got like a high needs child or something like that, or you're just like incredibly stressed. This would be awesome if you could. But like sometimes it can be also like quite inaccessible to people. I think journaling will always be the GOAT because it is active reflection. It doesn't ask you to spend a ton of money, and it's a bit like meditation, but there's an action, which I think a lot more people might understand.
What is the craziest story you've been a part of that makes you go, wait, that happened?
Okay, this is more just like a moment that kind of blew my mind. Oh God, could I get killed for saying this?
We could bleep it out.
No, I don't want to say this. I actually don't want to say this. Actually, no, screw it. Screw it. Like, what's he going to do? He's just going to deny it, right?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this, but one time I was in my friend's music festival and he had this little like spot up the top, which was this, I don't know, about the size of this room. And we were all sitting there, and then all of a sudden these big, like a big group of people, like call like 10 people, all like, you know, like pretty armed as you would be, all walk up and then sit down next to us. And then they disperse, revealing this tiny dude. And I say tiny, he's probably like up to here or something, like. And he sits down and just like starts swigging all of these bottles. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Who invited this guy? And then like my friend comes up to me and goes, that's the president's son. I was like, whoa.
And which country was this in? I don't think you... Are you not allowed to drink? I'm confused.
He was also doing like hard drugs.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he also had like lots of women. It was like super intense. It was very, yeah.
So it was a good night, basically.
For him, like, yeah. I guess. Yeah, he seemed to be having a blast. I was like, damn. I don't know. It felt dangerous. There were dudes with like guns next to him. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I'm going to go down that way. Like, I don't know. Drugs get you the death penalty in that country.
Yeah, they do. They do. Damn. Well, we'll bleep all of that out. It'll just be a minute long.
You can bleep out the country, maybe. Yeah.
We'll work through it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yes.
It'll just be like a 2000s rap song on the radio, like, you know.
Yeah. All right, my man. Well, thank you, and I will see you on the other side.